Good. That's not. Oh, that's close. That was a good try. That was a good try. I think now you're done.
No, one more.
Oh, one more. Okay. Good morning, Vietnam.
This is very short. Very short.
It's also I don't even know if that was close. I'd have to rewatch it.
I have no idea. Probably not.
Welcome back to another red hair.
We're
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Red Herring Podcast. This is episode
9, 10, 20.
There's some dubs in here. Point is, this is another episode. So you were talking about. Thanks, Ian. Thank you, Ian, for that input.
Johnny Hatman here.
Left-handed gun is with me as well. You were talking about Jim Carrey before we started.
Yeah,
You said he was the guy you've never loved and hated so much as an actor.
that's right.
Now you're specifically talking about his acting, right? Not him as a person.
Sure.
Okay.
I differentiate from the two. I separate both person from actor.
But when you say love and hate, right? Like
Love and hate.
as in like you love his acting and you also simultaneously hate his acting.
I hate his guts, yes.
Now is that because he's so physically obtuse?
It's like...
That's not a fat joke, by the way. I know all the math majors out there are going, "Oh, good fat joke," but it was not an intelligent fat joke.
I think it stems from disappointment, Johnny.
This is not a 60 minutes interview. You don't have to be so formal.
Listen, Johnny, I feel like I need to express...
Mr. Gunn, can I call you left-handed?
Yes.
That sounds offensive. Hey, you left-handed.
Well, let me tell you something. It is...
Tell me, please.
It is tough being left-handed, living in a right-handed world. We're a minority.
Are you about to
in
tell
this
me
world.
to check my right-handed privilege?
I am most certainly am.
Get out of my studio.
I will not. That is offensive. You know the door's on the right side of the room.
Ho ho! Drag him.
Hey, get your hands off me!
If only we had security.
I have to answer his question first. Stop it! Stop it!
Don't abuse the
sorry.
help.
I'm sorry.
Or the camera.
Kind of look like Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
So, like, if you had to talk about Jim Carrey, though, like, the Ace Ventura movies. Oh, thank you. We just got some delivered popcorn.
Yeah.
Courtesy
of the kitchen.
Thank you, kitchen staff.
Thank you, kitchen staff. Wish the producers were more friendly around here.
Talking about me?
No.
What you trying to say? Went off the rails real quick. So, no, what I was gonna say is, when you're talking about Jim Carrey, right? And like his early career, you know, you have the Ace Venturas, or like even back to like when he was on In Living Color.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Fire Marshal Bill. Who is the guy that did the pork and beans? Pork and beans. What was that character's name?
Did you just call one of the members of In Living Color a colored man?
No, I did not. I said, what was that character's name? What am I hearing? I think you're hearing what you want to hear.
Maybe.
And we're talking about Jim
Franks
Carrey.
and beans?
Was
Pork
it
and
Franks
beans?
and beans? I thought it was pork and beans.
Pork and beans? I don't know what you're talking about. Pork and
He
beans.
put the old man in the kitchen who was cooking up pork and beans. Pork and beans.
I don't know. That could have been Thomas Davison. That could have been David Allen Greer. That could have been...
it was Jim Carrey.
Oh, it was?
Yes, I'm talking about the character's name.
Oh, the white guy.
The
On Living
character's
Color.
name. You are derailing this conversation.
I can't.
We haven't even been recording for like 5 minutes, and you derailed this entire podcast.
Listen.
We're talking about Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Pork and beans. I don't know. All I know is Fire Marshal Bill. Fire Marshal Bill and the girly man that he dresses up. He dresses up like a man. I mean, like as a woman. He dresses up like a man that dresses up like a woman.
Oh, okay.
That girl, and then he flashes everybody with his boobs.
Oh.
But his boobs are so flat because he's a man.
What are you even saying?
I have no idea. So in the pigtails.
Okay.
Check it out in this clip right here.
Ace Ventura days. Ace Ventura days. Exactly. So, do you like those movies? Do you like
Guava
that style of
balls.
comedy?
I collected the whole set.
Okay, but
Guana balls, actually.
yes, batshit. Do you like those movies?
Yes.
Do you like that?
Good Jim Carrey.
Okay, so that's good Jim Carrey to you.
That's good Jim Carrey.
What about The Mask?
Good Jim Carrey.
Okay. What about Liar Liar?
Good Jim Carrey.
Okay. What about Me, Myself, and Irene?
Good Jim Carrey.
Good James Carrey.
Good James Carrey. I only say that the only reason why is because when he turns into myself,
Yeah.
he is that whole sequence is hilarious to me. The music, which
Okay.
Fire Like This is perfect for the sequence. And then he gets his ass kicked, and it's just it's hilarious. It's hilarious. But the rest of that freaking movie can die.
Okay. So you like that one scene. You don't like any of the writing in them, or I guess we're talking about him specifically.
Let's just talk about him.
Okay. So comedy-wise,
Moving on.
what is bad Jim Carrey to you?
Oh, Bruce Almighty.
You don't like that? I see, because I think I like the premise of the movie
Yes, man.
more than anything else. We'll get to Yes Man in a minute.
Okay.
Bruce Almighty, I like the premise of it. You know, just some random dude who encounters God, and God says, "You know what? Why don't you take a seat at the wheel?" And so you get some, you know, rando Calrissian coming to the plate, stepping up to the plate.
Black.
No. I mean, he's Morgan Freeman.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Lando.
No. Okay. Marlon Rando stepping up to the plate.
Marlon Brando. He's white.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a name game that I'm trying to play here with a random guy who just gets to be God.
Yes, he does.
And then he has the powers of God, but he's just a dude. And so then he has to realize what he's doing. I like the premise of that.
It's a good premise.
I also feel though that in that movie, Jim Carrey is kind of neutered in what you would think normal Jim Carrey. Like if we're talking Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey, he's very much neutered in that movie.
Let's get into some real bad Jim Carrey.
That's what I want to know about. Okay, because Yes Man, I don't necessarily think that was necessarily his fault.
That's not as the worst. That's not the worst shit.
Okay.
Let's get into what is it, Room 1317 or 213 or 312 or
I never saw that.
okay.
What was that about?
You ever seen Stir of Echoes?
No.
It was a horrible version of Stir of Echoes.
Okay.
It's basically a plot about a man, a normal everyday man. It's the everyday man character.
Yeah.
He's got a wife and kid, a son that looks up to him, even though he's a big freaking loser. And
Are you sure you're not talking about Liar Liar?
no, this one's serious.
Oh, okay. Wait, are you talking about the number 23?
Yes, the number 23.
Okay, I saw that one. Like, Room 237 is a documentary about The Shining.
No, I never said 237. I said 213 or 1312.
Well, it doesn't
or
matter.
312.
And,
Or 1479. Yes, you know what? I got it confused with
the number 23. I know what you're talking about. I don't think that was necessarily Jim Carrey's fault that movie sucked.
Okay, so it's not Jim Carrey's fault.
No, but what I'm
that
saying-
movies suck.
The premise for that movie is so stupid Because it's like, oh, the number 23 is everywhere. Those people exist in the world where they're like, oh, the number 23 is everywhere. Like the people that are like, oh, you see the clocks in all these movies that are set to 9:13, and I'm like, yeah, out of all the movies that exist in the world, a handful of those movies out of the hundreds of thousands that get made every like several years.
You don't think that if Jim Carrey didn't sign up for that movie would be made by somebody else?
I don't know what you're saying.
What I'm saying is,
they signed. First off,
Jim Carrey at
they
that
signed
point.
the director before they get the cast.
Not always.
You think Jim Carrey was signed on to number 23 before whoever
I'm not
directed
saying
the
he
movie?
did or not, but I'm also making the claim that if Jim Carrey doesn't want to do that movie because he thinks it's stupid,
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's not doing that movie.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that
The movie was stupid.
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's Jim Carrey's fault.
From
that
the
movie
beginning.
was garbage.
But from the beginning, that movie was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, you just read the script and it's batshit crazy stupid.
Yeah, but this was also in the time where he was trying to be serious.
It was also at the time where he could probably do any film he wanted to do.
I think wasn't this also around the same time he redesigned his website to be all mysterious because he thought that he was being all edgy.
Listen, he already did The Mystic,
The Majestic,
which
which was a great movie.
was a
But
great
that
movie.
was a drama. That wasn't a thriller.
He already did Truman Show.
Yeah, that was more of a drama as well.
Yes,
and
but-
then also the other movie that he did, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. He probably came out of that thinking, "Oh, I want to go psychological."
He
And so
already
he was like,
did-
"Boom!" First script that came to him.
I'm telling you, he already did Batman Forever.
Oh, that's right, he was in that. That's a fucking campy comedy.
I won't blame it on him. I'll blame it on Schumacher. Schumacher ruined the Batman series.
First off, that movie is great.
Actually, I still enjoy watching it. I'm not
That
gonna
movie is
lie.
amazing.
I'm not gonna lie. I still
It
enjoy
is
watching it.
amazing. Batman and Robin. That movie is garbage.
That was garbage.
So that's terrible. And the only reason that movie was made was to sell toys.
I saw the premiere of Batman Forever in Boston
See,
at the secret midnight thing because my sister worked at. Shout out to my sister. What's up? She worked at the Warner Brothers store back in the day when they had the Warner Brothers stores.
oh yeah. Do they still have those? Is that a thing that happens?
I don't know.
Is that a thing that happens?
You would think they'd be around here, but I haven't seen one out here, so I don't think they exist anymore.
I mean, in Michigan there was one in the Somerset Mall.
I knew two of in Massachusetts, one at the Burlington Mall and one at the Prudential Center. But anyways, let's get back to
Yeah, let's go back to Jim Carrey.
number 23.
Yeah.
Okay. When movies deal with a big-time actor,
Mm-hmm.
they have a lot of clout, the actor.
Yeah.
Do we know who the director was of Room 23?
I can look it up.
So let me say this while you're looking that up.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey gets the script for Room 23. He reads it. He is in the absolute power. He has the leverage of whether or not to choose
You're not
to
gonna
do
believe this. It was Joel Schumacher.
Of course it is. Of course.
That just ruins everything that you were gonna say. Oh. Oh, it was Joel Schumacher. I'm so happy it was Joel Schumacher.
All right, I'll admit defeat on this one.
It's not Jim's fault.
He still agreed to it, so fuck him.
Well, yeah, but he already worked with Joel already, so he was like, oh.
Yeah, of course.
Look,
Joel's got a
Batman
great eye.
Forever did great, though, didn't it?
It
In the
did.
box office? I
Well,
thought
it did because you
It was
know-
a good movie.
yeah, because it was successful on the first two.
Well, no, but I mean, even think that Batman Forever. Oh, apparently it did not do well. It is considered one of the worst movies of all time. One of the worst Batman movies of all time.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, I like it a lot. Wait, no, yeah.
It's definitely not the worst. The soundtrack is pretty dope, actually. I like the soundtrack a lot.
Well,
It's where I was introduced to real estate. Real estate. Damn, what's that bit? The ska. The
Real Big Fish?
not real big
You
fish.
said ska.
Not ska. I was gonna say emo. The only emo band that I ever listened to, and actually the only emo song I ever listened to, was "Sunny Day Real Estate."
Okay. See, the thing I liked about Batman Forever was one, Jim Carrey, but also Tommy Lee Jones.
Great Two-Face.
Because the thing is, that movie.
The bad guys were great in it.
That movie is a live action cartoon.
And Chris O'Donnell does a great job being Robin.
Yes, the thing is, Batman and Robin, that was not so good.
No, that was bad.
That was not so good, especially what's her face.
Poison Ivy,
No, not Poison Ivy. No,
Alicia Silverstone.
Alicia Silverstone. She's
Ah.
so. Oh, dude, the scenes when Batgirl enters in, like, she just comes in and she's just written into scenes, and you're just like, oh, like, what is it? The scene where she steals what's his face's bike to go race illegally, right? And then like Robin finds her there during the race, and he's like, oh, you stole my bike, and both of his bikes get destroyed on the bridge, and he's like seeing that it's
Hanging
her.
on her.
Yeah, and she's just like, oh, well, at least he didn't die, and he's just okay with that.
Well, he's rich.
It doesn't matter. She just destroyed your bike, and you're just like, yeah. It's like, come on, dude. Plus, in that entire movie, also, there's no justification for why Robin is so pissed at Batman throughout that movie, where he's like, "Oh, you're constantly thinking I'm like terrible at this whole job."
Well, he got poisoned by Poison Ivy.
He got poisoned by Poison Ivy. He almost died in the beginning. Batman had to not go after Freeze so he could save Robin's ass from dying of frostbite.
Yeah.
There were like 2 other instances where he almost fucking died that Bruce had to stop what he was doing and save him. And then he gets mad that Bruce doesn't respect him. And it's like, dude, you haven't earned it. You have done nothing but fuck up this entire movie.
At one point.
Why would Bruce respect you? There's no respect that you have earned.
Batman Forever.
But it's just, it follows such a formula. Like that movie.
Well, I think that was what it was. I think everybody was really comfortable in the fact that this movie's gonna make a lot of money. So we gonna take it easy on this one, because like nobody tried hard. You know, no. George Clooney didn't try hard. None of them tried hard.
Except Arnold. Arnold tried hard.
Hey, Arnold did a great job actually as Mr. Freeze. I actually liked Arnold as Mr. Freeze a lot.
Arnold's portrayal of Mr. Freeze is really good. Also, but to talk about positive aspects of that movie, because I was like, where are you going with that? First off, that movie was made to sell toys.
Oh.
Some of the vehicles that were in that movie were only in for one scene so they could make a toy out of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The positive aspects of that movie...
They all thought it was a cakewalk, too, though. I mean, I think you could tell.
It was an easy paycheck.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the positive aspects of that movie is, right from the start, they visually let you know the aesthetic setting that you're going to be in by the set, the costumes, the blocking of the scenes. Like, right from the get-go, you know this universe is going to be very over the top, very campy, very outlandish, and that sets the tone for the whole movie. So the tone stays consistent. I like the aesthetics that they have with the costumes and all this other stuff, aside from bad writing and poor acting and lackluster this, lackluster that. The tone of the movie is consistent.
I agree. I agree.
The costumes are actually kind of awesome.
Okay.
Mr. Freeze, come on.
I'll give you the...
Bat nipples aside.
Yes, I was going to say the Batman...
Ignore the bat nipples.
Yeah.
The costumes for everybody else, for Poison Ivy, for Bane, within the universe that they're in.
I'll say the villains were great.
They're
costumes.
Yes.
And
I like Robin's suit actually better than Batman's suit.
Yeah.
Just from an aesthetic. I mean, yeah, pulling up this picture, right?
Well, it was the Nightwing. It was basically the Nightwing costume. That's Batman Forever, though. The one where you're looking at is Batman Forever. But Batman Forever, see, that's the classic Robin. And then...
Well, because Robin wanted to go alone in this one.
So he's got the, what you would probably... Well, it actually isn't even really the Nightwing costume. But it is...
That's the blue.
It's blue, but it's close to that look.
Also, this was pre... In this storyline, it's pre-Nightwing, and it's
yeah.
It's him expressing his want to be solo.
Right.
So this would make sense in the universe.
And this definitely...
I will say that Batgirl, I like her outfit.
Yeah.
And I do think Alicia Silverstone, as far as aesthetics-wise, looks like a good Batgirl.
Yeah, but she should be good enough, though.
She was devoid of personality in that movie.
Which is a shame, because
I've seen her act.
I think
I don't know why she didn't do it in this movie.
Here's my theory on this. I think she was already checked out on acting, and she was ready to move on to behind-the-scenes stuff. And,
okay.
Because I think she was done being the starlet at this point. She might not have known it, but I think this was definitely an evident tale of her not really caring at this point, because she knew what she was getting herself into when she got into this film. But I think her lackluster, because she's definitely a great actress, she definitely could bring something to the table, and she does look the part, and she can definitely do it.
Although
that's a good scene. That's a good thing to have on. We're looking at right now. You're gonna see right now.
This has been slowly fading in since you've been talking.
Yeah.
Although it wasn't
good.
Hold on. Let me look up original Batgirl. Original Batgirl comic.
From the 60s, or are you talking about?
I thought she was a brunette.
She's a redhead.
Redhead. Not a blonde. Yeah, because she was Gordon's daughter, right?
Yeah, she was Barbara Gordon. Cats everywhere.
Cats everywhere.
Hold on. So, yeah, Barbara Gordon, the greatest of Batgirls of all time. She became Oracle after she had that incident with the Joker. And she was a redhead. One of the hottest redheads I've ever known. And I like redheads. And my wife can attest.
Such a weird statement to say. Okay. Yeah, I mean, aside from the redhead thing, though, she looked like a pretty good. Alicia Silverstone would have made a better Supergirl.
If Alicia Silverstone cared, she would have been a good superhero character, period. So I think she would have made a great Batgirl, but she just didn't do it. And also, she wasn't Barbara Gordon in Batman and Robin. She was somebody else.
Yeah.
She was Alfred's niece.
That's right. She was Alfred's niece.
Because they fucked it up.
And the only reason she was there is because Alfred was frickin' dying.
Yes.
Why was he was dying of some... Oh, no, that's right. He was dying of the disease that Freeze's wife was also dying from. So then they consequently, when they made their agreement with Freeze, they got to cure Alfred and Freeze's wife. That was so... Ivy killed Freeze's wife. No, she didn't kill Freeze's wife. She pretended to kill...
I don't remember.
I gotta rewatch this movie.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, stop it.
Well, I'm
stop
gonna.
Put it down. Put it down.
I'm gonna put it in right now.
No.
I'm gonna put the movie in right now.
Stop it.
I'm putting it in the DVD
Stop
player.
It, dude. Don't do that. Don't
it's
do
going
that.
in the
Don't.
I got the Blu-ray version.
No.
I got it.
Stop.
It's going up right now.
God damn
Here it is.
No, dude.
Here it is.
Come on.
Here it is. Oh, you fuck. That's where we're gonna play the. And then it's gonna cut back to where we're going.
God, my hernia is flaring up.
It's flaring up?
It's flaring up.
I didn't know hernias could flare.
I didn't know they either. But
Didn't know either?
I didn't know they could either. Yeah. That's what I said. Jerk.
Here's a question.
Jim Carrey.
Yes, Jim Carrey. We're still okay.
Yes.
Back to Jim Carrey.
Good movies, bad movies. Room 23. He still could have said no. I know that Michael Schumacher was like
Joel Schumacher.
Well, what is the difference?
You're mixing up so many things. Point is, Room 20 or not. You got me saying it now. God damn it. Number 23.
Number 23. Not Room 237.
Not good.
Not good movie at all.
Not a great movie.
We could get into like how many Joel Schumacher movies are actually good.
I thought we were talking about Jim Carrey.
Oh my God, that's a great one. Who has better? Who has total amount of better movies? Michael Bay or Joel Schumacher? I think that's a good one.
Okay, well,
I think that's, and then maybe we go into J.J. Abrams.
Don't make me talk about J.J. Okay, here's the thing. If we're talking from director standpoint, Joel Schumacher has...
Ooh, The Client, Falling Down, A Time to Kill, 8mm.
Oh, he did 8mm. Wait.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a remake of...
No.
No. Yeah, okay. So, 8mm is phenomenal.
Yeah, A Time to Kill was a good movie in the time. The Client was a good movie at the time.
Bad Company is a good movie, I would say, personally.
Falling Down was a good movie.
Falling Down, Phone Booth.
Flatliners.
Honestly, I like
Cousins.
I like Phone Booth a lot.
Phone Booth's all right.
12. What's 12? I've not seen this. Is that 50 Cent?
Yep.
That is 50 Cent. Okay. Okay.
Phantom of the Opera, not good. Veronica and Guerin?
An In Excess video documentary.
Okay.
The Lost Boys. Joel Schumacher did The Lost Boys. I think he wins just because of this. Come on, Kiefer Sutherland is a vampire teenager. How do you beat that? All right, who else were we?
Joel Schumacher did St.
Bay?
Elmo's Fire and The Lost Boys. Man, that's crushing to my
Michael
argument.
Bay.
I hated Joel Schumacher for so long.
But
now that I know that he did Lost Boys,
here's the thing about Michael Bay.
Have to think about it again.
Michael Bay is director.
Oh no!
Wait, hold on. Was that Joel Schumacher as a director or producer? We were just looking at. Yeah, that was director. Okay, so those are the movies that Joel Schumacher directed. Let's see if Bay wins out as a director. Okay, so
we got Vanilla Ice. I Love You.
Let's ignore the shorts.
It is all his music videos.
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys 2. The Rock.
He did The Rock?
Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's ignore Pearl Harbor.
No, let's ignore that. Armageddon.
I will give him Armageddon.
I'll give him Armageddon.
I own Armageddon. It's a Criterion
I'm not
collection
gonna lie.
DVD.
I'm not gonna lie.
Have I not shown you that?
I'm fine with Armageddon.
No. I gotta show you. This is the Criterion DVD for Armageddon because it's in that fucking collection, bro.
Hey man,
look at that cover.
I don't wanna close my eyes.
Don't wanna see anything.
You know what? The Island was a good movie too.
The Island was a good movie.
Nobody talks about The Island. That was a good movie. Ewan McGregor was awesome in that. Scarlett Johansson, right? Was it Scarlett Johansson?
Pain and Gain.
Pain and Gain wasn't bad.
I thought this was funny.
It was actually funny.
I thought it was funny. I like The Rock and I like Marky Mark, so
yeah,
I'm gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
Also, I will ignore the first Transformers. As stupid as it was, it was fun.
Yep.
The other ones, they are what they are.
He did 13 hours, dude.
You know what? Michael Bay might be a better director than we give him credit for.
He might be. Oh my god. Like, we make fun of him for the Transformers,
We make fun of him because of the explosions and the lens flares, but now that I'm looking back, like, I knew, Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2, great movies, hysterical.
The Rock.
But, yeah, The Rock.
The Island.
13 hours, like... What the hell, dude?
Yeah, and even his little venture in the comedy with Pain and Gain, that actually wasn't a bad movie. That was
Well, he got his start. He got his start in comedy with like even Bad Boys was a good start in comedy.
It's true. That
Like,
was like
there
it's the comedy action.
It was an action comedy. I mean, but there was a lot of jokes in that movie, especially because it was between Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, and both of those guys were really good at the time. So.
How could you go wrong?
Okay, I will say this though.
I'm actually shocked. I did not expect that to happen, dude.
No.
Though I wasn't expected that Joel Schumacher directed Lost Boys. I did not know that. That shocked me. I'm sorry.
Because it does not seem like any of the other movies that I've seen by him.
He's so colorful, like flawless.
And
makes sense to me.
Fucking Phone Booth. Joel Schumacher directed Phone Booth.
That makes sense to me, though.
That does not make sense to me.
Well.
I mean, I like Phone Booth. I like Phone Booth a lot.
Phone Booth was all right to me.
I liked it because even though it was a movie that took place in one location, it worked.
I can respect that.
It worked only because I think that's probably also because it was dealing with Colin Farrell and Kiefer Sutherland, and there were enough things that happened where it could build up to a good tension point. Now, a movie that didn't do this necessarily well, but it was the same premise, was a movie where Elijah Wood and John Cusack were in, and it was called Grand Piano. This was a Magnet release.
Oh man, just the fact that it has piano in it, the title, it's like.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Dude.
I'm gonna tell you this premise right now before we cut to a break here. So Elijah Wood plays a concert pianist who hasn't played for a number of years because he had some sort of incident. I don't remember what happened, but I guess he fucked up on stage and it was really traumatic, this and that, yada yada yada. So
oh, poor guy.
I don't remember exactly what happened. I just remember this is the initial premise.
So
right?
traumatic.
So John Cusack plays the Kiefer Sutherland character. So he's got a sniper.
He wants to kill a guy?
He's got it trained on Elijah. And he's in the rafters.
Why does he want to kill him?
He's gonna kill Elijah Wood if he doesn't play this concert perfectly. If he misses a note, he's gonna shoot him. I don't remember why.
Did they learn from The Fan? You know, the Robert De Niro, Wesley Snipes movie?
No,
that
they did not.
This crazy psycho guy who wants a guy to perform really ridiculously well is a stupid plot.
The thing is, it's really funny, but not for the right reasons.
Not for the right reasons.
Because eventually he finds a way to get away from the piano and run. Oh no, that's what it is. I think he's got a bead on him with the sniper, but also if he fucks, that's what it is. There are explosives in the grand piano that he's playing, and if he fucks up the chord order, it will explode. I think I'll have to rewatch it because it's honestly hilarious. And so he's like fighting with John Cusack in the rafters. He kills like his friends that are in the box. It's the strangest fucking movie I've ever seen. But again, this is coming from Magnet Releases, which they made rubber. I don't know if you're familiar with.
Magnet condoms?
No, that's Magnum.
Oh, Magnum.
Magnet.
You know, if you put a Magnum condom in your wallet and you pay for like dinner, you know, you kind of like have it like hanging out so like your date sees it.
Just peeking out when you go to pay?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You know, it gives the impression that you have a big cock.
We'll be right back with a word from our sponsor.
In mileage tests for 3 of America's highest octane gasolines, Amoco Premium Lead-Free wins. Because Amoco gets its high octane from pure gasoline, not from mileage-robbing ingredients that make the others run out of gas sooner. Pure gasoline octane is the reason high-performance Amoco Premium Lead-Free gives you the best mileage.
Expect more from Amoco. We go that extra mile.
Well, that was amazing.
So John Cusack, he's an actor.
The cues.
What was your favorite No, you know what? I'm gonna get into this way.
Get into it that way, baby.
John Cusack.
The cues. Wait, this is
One
deja
of-
vu.
One of my favorite actors, if I'm being honest.
Mine too.
He has such a range,
Top 5.
believe it or not.
Easily.
And a lot of my favorite movies, he's just in, and I forget that he's in them.
Listen, I could say top 10 favorite actors, but John Cusack is definitely in my top 5. Easily.
Real? Okay. All right.
Easily.
Now,
Easily.
okay, so he's in all the I think, isn't he in most of the John Hughes movies? Hughes. I was capturing the spirit of 16 Candles with that crackling voice.
16
candles. Because he was in what? He was in Say
16
Anything
Candles.
was John Hughes. He was in 16 Candles. He was in
I think that's it.
was Better Off Dead? That wasn't John Hughes?
It might have been.
Should we look it up?
We'll look it up.
We'll look it up.
Better Off Dead. I don't think it. Oh man, that's a good question.
I could have swore that was a John Hughes flick. No, that was Savage Steve Holland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you just go to his filmography there?
I want to see John Hughes because I'll know if.
But see, John Hughes did a lot of things with John Candy too. So that's like, he had his high school things.
Well, okay. So 16 Candles.
Breakfast Club, Weird Science, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, She's Having a Baby, Uncle Buck, Curly Sue.
Wait,
That's it?
John, as a director. Oh, he wrote a lot of this shit.
Oh, that's why. Pretty in Pink.
Yeah.
Okay, Some Kind of Wonderful, Home Alone,
He wrote.
Dutch.
He wrote the sequel to Beethoven and he wrote Beethoven and Beethoven's Second. That's amazing. He wrote Flubber.
Flubber, oh god. Drill Bill Taylor, he wrote? Wow. He did Vacation. Did the characters for Vacation. Made in Man.
Wait. So he wrote the story for Drill Bit Taylor as Edmond Dantes. He had a surname for writing the story for Drill Bit Taylor.
Edmond Dantes is credited a lot here. Made in Manhattan, Edmond Dantes.
So basically, all the movies he didn't really want his name on. And this goes back to Beethoven. The first movie he had his surname Edmond Dantes was Beethoven.
So you already had an idea of like a John Hughes movie doesn't really quite reflect this. So I'm gonna go with Edmond Dantes.
Well, I like the fact that
What a weird name.
Because I knew he wrote Home Alone.
Uncle Buck had a TV series.
Well, because Home Alone was also, Chris Columbus, who directed the first 2 Harry Potter movies.
Chris Columbus did a lot of stuff with John Hughes, didn't he? Not? Didn't he like direct a lot of movies for John Hughes? I feel like he did, or maybe not a lot.
Let's see.
What you would say is a couple.
He directed Home Alone. He directed. Chris Columbus did Mrs. Doubtfire, dude.
Home Alone 2, Only the Lonely, Heartbreak Hotel, okay, Rent.
Oh, he directed Rent.
Poor bastard.
I love you, Beth Cooper.
Percy Jackson.
Oh, first off, fuck the movie, all right? Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, the first book in the series, all right? I'm very passionate about this because I liked the books.
Sounds like it.
I read them.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you something about that movie. That movie was garbage.
Preach to the choir.
The reason it was garbage,
Okay.
aside from the fact that they got hair color and eye color wrong for a couple of characters, one who was a daughter of Athena, and the reason that's a problem is because they spend a lot of time in the book talking about her hair color and her eye color, and that's how you know that she's a daughter of Athena.
Makes sense.
Now, aside from that, in the book, the person who steals Zeus's master bolt is not even a character in the friggin' movie. How are you gonna mess with the plot of the story that much and expect me, as someone who read the book, to enjoy this fucking movie? Which, by the way, is why they never ended up finishing all 5 movies.
I'm surprised they even went with a second. They did, right? They got a Percy Jackson the second
And
one, right?
the dude that played Grover did not make sense. Because, okay, so he was supposed to be, he was this black kid, right? But he was a satyr.
Oh, he wasn't blue?
But he was also supposed to not be, like, conventionally attractive. And he was essentially not supposed to be any sort of desirable. And they cast an actor who
Is desirable?
he's conventionally attractive. So I'm looking at this going like, you are destroying your source material. You took the book that this story was made off and you threw it in the fireplace.
Kind of like Zack Snyder does, right?
Yes. But, not getting into that.
Sorry, didn't mean to bring it up.
I'm not having another Scott Conn moment.
We're gonna have to bleep that out. Third Rocks.
No. Let's get back
You know
to...
what?
Go ahead. Third Rocks.
No, I need it.
You did what?
I know.
So non sequitur. If you could be any animal...
Macaulay Culkin.
No, actually, he made that comeback sketch like last year or whatever.
He made a comeback sketch?
Yeah, he was
really?
in a sketch where he was like playing the like an Uber driver or
Does
something
he
like that.
literally not have to do anything?
I mean, his parents stole most of his money from when he was a kid. They really kind of fucked him up.
So, what does he do? Does he have to do anything? It doesn't seem like he has to do anything.
He doesn't get cast in a lot of things.
He doesn't get cast in anything. He's like James Vanderbeek.
Well, but,
Unless it's like...
But no. The difference between him and James Vanderbeek is that when James Vanderbeek was acting, his parents weren't stealing his fucking money.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were a James Vanderbeek fan.
No, I'm sticking up for Macaulay. All right.
Oh,
He
you
got
are.
fucked. He metaphorically got fucked when he was a
So
kid.
how come he's not doing any more acting? And then, okay, elsewise,
That's what the whole thing about the sketch was.
what is he doing now? Oh, so he's an Uber driver.
No, that was the sketch.
So what is he really doing then?
I don't.
You know
not-
he dated Mila Kunis,
You're
right?
derailing my derail of this whole thing.
I'm
I
sorry
was
you're
trying to go into
derailing.
this
You're
thing.
derailing. But
I
the
don't want to
thing
talk
is-
about Macaulay.
Okay.
Nobody wants to talk about Macaulay.
Apparently not.
No.
Nobody wants to know what happened to one of the greatest actors of the 90s.
Okay, first off, he was
One of the
he
greatest.
was not one of the greatest
90s
actors. He was one of the child actors of the
Him, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and you know what, Brad Renfro. You know, those were the greatest actors of the 90s. And we don't want to talk about those guys.
Why is this podcast turning into a Hollywood podcast?
I don't know.
Hollywood cast.
I don't know. I'm not the boss here.
I was trying to.
I didn't try
I was
to-
trying to.
I just come in here to
non-sequitur
talk to
into
you.
I'm
the left-handed gun.
You are the left-handed gun. You shoot from the hip, and you. What was it?
I'm quick with the lip. And I
Quick
shoot
with the lip, and you shoot from the hip. That's what your tagline is.
Was.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm left-handed. I'm quick from the lip, and I shoot with the hip.
And I come from Clip City.
This Clip City meme is getting old, and we don't even have like a substantial
I
fan
know.
base yet.
Well, eventually it's gonna. People will understand what I'm saying.
If you
Is that the cat? Where's
if you
the
can
cat?
be- if
Cats
you-
everywhere, man.
No. If you could be a domesticated animal for one day, what animal would you want to be, and why?
Oh, damn it. A domesticated animal.
Yes.
Could I be a zoo animal?
No, an animal that would be in a house, like a dog, or a cat, or a bird, or a rat, or a mouse, or a gerbil, or a hamster, or
A snake?
a snake, or a turtle, or a lizard, or a hissing cockroach, or
Why are you derailing off of the celebrities? We were going to talk about John Cusack. Now you're getting.
We were talking about John.
No, we didn't. We got into John Hughes right as you were like.
John Cusack, and then you had
John
to pee.
Cusack.
And then you had to go pee, which made me a deposit, which made
And
me think
then
of something else
now we're
interesting.
going into animals.
Yes, we're
I
talking
want to
about
be a dog.
A dog. What breed?
Labrador.
Labrador.
Yep.
All right. Not Labradoodle.
No Labradoodles. Actually, you know what? No problem with Labradoodles. Labradors, though, any kind of Labrador, seems to be a fun, loving, happy-go-lucky kind of dog. No.
So a Labrador. All right. So
I would say no to the shot.
So why though? Aside from the fun loving, because it's your personality in the dog.
Yeah, it's my personality in the dog. Yeah, exactly. Labradors.
So why a Labrador?
Labradors love to play. They love to play games. They are friendly. They love people.
Well,
they are protective.
Aside from that, so why would you rather be a dog than like a cat or a
Oh,
lizard?
a dog over everything else.
See, that's the thing, right?
Okay, because cats can suck dick.
You're saying that in a studio where cats are running around.
I know, cats are everywhere. And you hear me.
Talking to a cat owner.
Spooky.
Talking to a cat owner.
Talking to you, Smokey.
I got it.
You gotta fly.
I got the bug.
You got the bug.
I got
bug that was bothering you forever.
I wish that I would add a camera for that Mr. Miyagi smack.
That's alright. We have this clip right here for you.
That. Now you're gonna make me find some random shit. See, because honestly,
a hamster gets on a wheel. All right, that's why I don't want to do that. I don't want to be
that's
that.
the thing. I can't decide between a dog or a cat because if I'm like a lazy cat, you know, I just get to lay around all day, and
You do what you want. Nobody can tell you what to do.
and if people pick me up and like pet me, I'm just like, oh, that's fine. I'm lazy, whatever. I'm just gonna lay down where they put me. But a dog, right? Like, if people say like, hey, wanna go outside? I'll be like, fuck yeah, I wanna go outside. And then I'll like play catch, play tug, you know, like play all the games. And I also don't have any responsibilities. So if I am a dog and people say, wanna go outside? I can just be like, nah, I'm good. And I can just like nap, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But like, if I'm a cat, no one's gonna give me the opportunity to go outside and play tug.
Mm-hmm.
So I think based on that, I might rather be a dog,
Mm-hmm.
but a dog that's not like a Saint Bernard size.
Mm-hmm.
So like golden retriever size. So like I'm not a lap dog, but I can get on the couch right next to the person so that I can get pet. Cause like a cat can just hop on the lap and just like get all the pet.
Let me preface what I'm about to say. I don't like lap dogs. I don't like little chihuahuas.
First off, those are rats. Those aren't dogs.
And let me tell you something. My previous roommate had two big chihuahuas. Like, we're talking about 15 and 20 pounders.
Giant rats.
And I love those dogs. I love them to death. But at the same time, they're a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
However, if I was those dogs,
Yeah.
and I got to be carried around in a purse,
Okay.
wouldn't I like that?
I mean,
Wouldn't you like that?
well, here's the thing though. If you're gonna be carrying around a purse, right? Like, you don't necessarily want to go where you're being taken.
Wouldn't you like healthcare for everybody?
Why would you go there from this
I'm
discussion?
sorry. It was in my head.
How did that even?
It was in my head.
Oh,
I'm
God.
sorry. You can cut it out. You can cut it out.
I'm gonna keep it in. I'm just gonna be pissed about it.
I'm sorry. I just, the way I was talking, I felt like I was Bernie Sanders
First
for a second
off-
there. Why wouldn't you? Why would you hate on everybody that just wants to enjoy their life
First off,
and get free shit?
fuck you. Hold on. Listen to me. It's getting very heated.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Dude.
I'm sorry.
No. Purse dogs.
I didn't mean it.
Purse dogs, right?
First dogs.
I feel like when I see a chihuahua that spends the majority of its time in a purse, and I see it, and it's just standing there, and it's like shaking, and it's looking me in the eye,
Mm-hmm.
I hear what it's thinking. And what it's thinking is, kill me. Please, kill me. My owner doesn't care about me. I am an accessory. Kill me. Please kill me. Just grab me and bash me against a rock. That's what I see. That's what I hear. That's what I feel when I see these fucking chihuahuas. These hairless rats in purses. I feel bad for them. Now, if you were to like put like a full adult-sized beagle in like a duffel bag and carry it around, the beagle would probably be like, why the fuck am I in this duffel bag? Get me out of here. And it would be struggling. The Chihuahuas, they're not struggling. They're fearing for their life. Because if they get set down on the concrete, they're done. They don't know how to handle that. A stranger comes up, they're like, what are you? I don't know what you are. Are you gonna feed me? Are you gonna kill me? I don't know. I'm an abortion of a human.
What if you were a terrier?
Scottish Terrier?
Yeah.
Well, but those are actually dogs. They're just small dogs.
Yeah, they're a small dog. They're a small dog that can fit in your purse. And let me tell you something else.
Let me put it this way. Hold on.
You can
Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. Pitbull. Is it? Pitbull is natural selection. A pug is intelligent design because humans bred pugs together. Who has a better chance of surviving in nature?
Well, that's an obvious question.
It's obviously a question, yes. It's evolving quite rapidly.
Well, obvious.
We're coming close on the end here, folks.
No, we're not. We're not ending on this.
I'm not saying we're ending on it.
We're not ending on
We're
this.
coming close to the end.
First of all, the pug has got a better chance of living.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Pugs have a higher chance of health problems.
No, but the thing
You
is.
can't say no, but. If you say no, but, the but counteracts.
Oh well, let me rephrase that.
Okay, we're very drunk, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah, but still.
Anyway, continue. I'm gonna cut that.
No, you're not. You're not cutting anything.
I'll leave it in.
Yeah, but still. First of all, people want to kill bulldogs.
Whoa!
You know why? Because they're
Wait,
afraid of
pitbulls?
bulldogs. They're afraid of bulldogs that bite the kids.
Bulldogs or pit bulls?
Both.
Oh. Okay.
Because they're like me. They don't know the difference between the two. Except for the British Bulldog. Case in point, that's the wrestler. It's a wrestler. Okay, so
Thanks for the editing work. Where are you going with this? You have your hand up like you're gonna make a point, but you're not making a point, and I'm waiting for it, and I'm really anticipating this point.
pugs,
What about pugs?
right? They get taken care of by humans, right? As long as humans exist in the world, they will be taken care of. That will succeed in their existence over a bulldog, a vicious dog that
No, a pit bull.
pit bulls, bulldogs, it's all the same thing to people. Doberman pinchers, Rottweilers, they want them to die.
A pug does not have the same predatory instincts.
It doesn't matter when you got humans taking care of you. So
But
that's
if the
the
humans
point.
die,
But they're not dying.
but if they do,
If they do, then it's a different story.
then the pug's gonna go. Prrr.
But maybe all the bulldogs and the pit bulls are deceased. They're not existent anymore. They're like the dodo. They're like the dodo.
Or the kiwi.
Or the kiwi.
Or the whatever else it's.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that a small dog, right?
Yeah.
It's got this great life. It can sit
Well-
in first class because it can get the owner. I know you get the finger in my face, but the owner can just put up a simple thing of like, this is a dog that is keeping me from breaking out in hives. And then like
I
getting there and going,
will concede. Hold on.
Oh, you're conceding. Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
Small dogs, yes.
Yes.
Miniature dachshunds.
Dachshunds.
Mini dachshunds.
You say dachshunds, I say stations. Yeah. Let's call the whole thing off.
Miniature labs.
Lassies?
What's that Doge meme? Corgis.
Oh yeah, corgis.
Welsh corgis. They're small dogs, but they're dogs. Right?
Yorkshires.
They're dogs. Chihuahuas
Yorkshires.
are rats.
Terriers.
They're not dogs.
Boston Terriers.
But a terrier is a dog. A Scotty is a dog. A Chihuahua is not a dog.
It's not a dog?
Fucking rat.
How are you saying
It's a goddamn rat. In the same way that a hairless cat.
Holy shit, dude.
A hairless cat is a goddamn insect. It's not a cat. I'm just saying, a Chihuahua, not a dog. It's not a dog. It's a goddamn rat.
You are racist.
I'm dockist.
You're racist.
You're right.
We're not ending on that.